Hi, I'm Tony Fleming, and this is Fleming's Ultimate Garage. Hey everybody, thanks for joining us on today's video. 70 Torino GT Convertible. Now I can't imagine there's a lot of those made. I do have the actual count of it, but think about that. When you're talking about people making 3 and 4 million cars a year, and there's just thousands of these built here, you're not going to see these when you go to a car show. And one of the nice things about them also is this, is that the fact that they're a full-size car, meaning that yourself, someone else, friend, wife, whatever, husband, and a couple other couples can go out in this car or throw the kids in the car and everybody's comfortable, you have room. You can drive in this car for hours. You know, stuff in the back of maybe a Mustang convertible for a 2-hour ride to the beach can be a little tight and everybody's not super happy when they get there. But in here, the breeze is blowing around, there's plenty of room inside, and this is just one of those cool cars with great colors. The laser stripe looks great. I love the Magnums on there. You got the white letter tires, and as we walk around, you'll see some of the things in here that make it even a little bit nicer that you'll forget to ask about. For instance, on here, power disc brakes. You know, most of these cars came with drum brakes back then. The car happens to have the power disc brake setup, and it also has power steering. One of those other things that we forget to ask about because it makes it so nice, especially on a full-size Ford like this. I'm gonna run down the list for you here, and if you came to the showroom, this is what you would see on the windshield of the car, kind of describing what we know about the car, the information that we had gotten from the previous owner and how we were gonna help get it to you. And on top of it, you know, free and closed door-to-door shipping is included with the offered price on all these cars. So for the low 20s, you're talking about a real Torino GT convertible that's pretty nicely restored and really ready to drive and enjoy all year long, okay? All right, let's take a peek under the hood for a second. Actually, you know what I wanted to show you if I could? Unfortunately, the font is red here, but I want you to see how crystal clear the type font is in here, especially the black font, to see what kind of paint you're getting. Which had decent paint on it. I had a couple areas wet sanded and buffed so that you get this really nice shine. If you decide to go to a car show or something like that, you pull up, the glow and the sunshine is going to be great. This is an awesome piece. It's like a Ram Air style hood in here. And I have to tell you, the styling of the Torino is really very nice, especially the GTs. Okay, under here, nicely detailed with the original 302, power steering, power brakes. The car came from the factory with a 302 2-barrel. We have 4-barrel manifolds and carburetors here. If you'd like us to install that on here, we can do that. We'll pick up a bit of horsepower. Some people like it really authentic. Some people don't really care because you're going to keep the 2-barrel and intake anyway, and we'll put the 4-barrel on for you. And I think you'll find that the power is really good, and maybe spin the tires a little bit more than maybe you wanted to, but I would never recommend that, of course. Anyway, nicely detailed in here. So things like the horn works, the power steering is nicely sealed. The power disc brakes work like they're supposed to. The turn signals work. All that stuff. Now you may say, well, what's that? Why are you saying that? Well, a lot of times those cars come here and the cars come here and those things do not work. And those are all the things that we make sure and repair and go through the hours and hours of wiring to make sure that when it arrives at your house that everything is nice and safe and that all those accoutrements work properly. Because if you buy a car on your own, you're going to get the same thing that I got. First off, you may have to take this to a mechanic that you don't know or don't trust. Secondly, you don't really know what's wrong with it when you get it. Here, we're delivering you a car that includes free and closed door-to-door shipping, and the car is ready to take for a drive today. You don't have to wait. So the truck pulls up to your house, and the tailgate comes out, and all your neighbors come out. Wow, what did Jimmy get? What did Jimmy get? And this beautiful Torino GT convertible backs onto here. The guy fires it up. It sounds great. He lowers it down off of there. It's already got a temp tag on the back of it. We've changed the oil. The coolant is ready. The brake fluid's flushed. All that's good stuff. The radiator's topped off. There's a temp tag, gas. I'm probably rambling on more and more, but all that stuff is in there. And all you got to do is hit the key, take it wherever you want to go, put them in the car, and go for a drive. Nice styling here. You know, they really did a nice job. So they kind of flared the car out on the sides here, giving you that little bit wider stance, right? And making it look a little bit bigger than it actually is. But it's got this great black tailpiece there. Nicely ties in this and this. All right, so inside here, I just pulled one of the seat belts out so you can see. So this is 6-passenger seating. 3 here if you want, or if you just want to put a couple there and a couple here. There's so much room in this car, and I love that about it. All right, so plenty of room. I'm 6'1". I have all the room in the world that I need, and the dash is nicely laid out. For instance, like it has the ribbon tack on it right here, has a fuel gauge, has temperature gauge, speedometer, so it's not just all idiot lights. This has, you know, kind of an 80s vintage Toshiba radio in it. What we can do for you, what we do for a lot of people, is we put the stock radio right here, and I put a nice AM/FM CD sound system in there. Costs very little to do that. Keeps the dash looking all stock, but you get all your great tunes, and if you like satellite or whatever, it could come with it. All right? I love the fact that it has a factory tack in it. Anyway, how about I start it for you so you can hear what it sounds like, okay? You know, in closing, both Justin and I didn't expect to hear it sound that good coming out the exhaust, and you'd be surprised at the performance of it. It really goes down the road nicely. It's comfortable, and it's got those great things that we forget to ask about, like the power disc brakes, the power steering, got a power convertible top. It just has nice style, and it's a cool car, and the nice thing also too is if you go to a car show, the likelihood of running into another one of these is probably pretty slim because they built so few of them. Anyway, if you find a way to get a cool Torino GT convertible in your life, this car could easily make someone very, very happy. Anyway, call us 301-816-1000 and we'll tell you all about it.